Virtual reality is a great technology. We're all believers in this, but even more than that, we believe that the world needs easier technology. I mean, everyone in this room has probably fought technology at some point, whether it's the alarm on your phone, or the cables of a virtual reality headset, or the drivers of a laptop, or something else. Everybody has a story like that. Everybody wants easier tech. And that is the reason why we exist. We really believe that that is incredibly important for the virtual reality world to become a thing. But as you also know, virtual reality has a bunch of problems. It really starts with just putting on the headset, right? If you're at a location like this, you might have your hair fancy, you might be wearing makeup. You don't really want to strap into a device. And then if you're a newcomer to the technology, which we believe is the future audience for virtual reality, right? There's a lot of newcomers out there. They are completely overwhelmed by cables, by the controls they have to use, and on the admin side, it's a huge hassle to manage devices, to keep them charged. Yeah, and the cable mess up there, probably many of you have seen your boxes when you come to a show like this. It's a pretty big mess, and it turns people off virtual reality. I've given about maybe like 1,500 demos to people from all over the world, all ages, and I've realized that some people just really don't want to use virtual reality. You can tell them as much as you want about how awesome the experience is. Some people are just like, nope, that's not for me. And I thought really hard about that, because for me as an enthusiast, virtual reality is like one of the best things in the world. It's a future technology that will change the way we work, change the way we play, and change the way we connect to other human beings. So I was really confused about why people are sometimes really put off of virtual reality. And what you see here on the screen is the reason. It's very, very complicated, it's clunky, and it's an early adopter technology. And for virtual reality to go into the mainstream, to leave the early adopter phase and go into full mainstream, technology just needs to be much, much easier. And that's why we exist. We've built a virtual reality system that everyone can use without any explanations. If you can use a touchscreen device, you can use virtual reality with Eden Snacker. There's no cables, no head straps. So you don't ruin your hair, you don't ruin your makeup, and you have wireless charging integrated into the device to make sure it keeps being charged. It has, as I mentioned, very simple touchscreen controls. Everyone who can use a smartphone can use virtual reality. And on the admin side of things, we want to make your life easier. We want to make it super seamless to upload virtual reality content to your devices no matter where you are in the world, which is something that right now is just simply not possible. And the first major point that we realized is head straps just suck. They are very annoying, they ruin your hair, they press the device on your face, and some people, because of the head straps, don't want to go into virtual reality because they might look silly, people might be taking photos of them while they are strapped into a virtual reality device. And by simply removing the head straps and adding a grip to the device, we saw engagement rates skyrocket. Everyone picks this up. Whereas if there's a device lying around with just head straps, people are like, maybe later. This one is really easy. You can go in and out within half a second. It's really, really that easy. The second thing we've done is we've added wireless charging to the stand that our headset rests on. This is the world's only headset available on the market that has wireless charging integrated as a full solution. So essentially, your battery headaches are gone. Your devices will always be charged right when you need them. And we've added a very, very simple touchscreen interface. This means that you don't need a host anymore for your virtual reality demos. The system is completely self-explanatory. You walk up to it, you press a button, you choose an experience, you pick the headset up from the stand, and you're immediately ready to go into virtual reality. Once you're done, you put the headset back on the cradle, it automatically charges and is ready for the next user. It's a really great device for events, museums, retail spaces, everywhere where you want to bring a lot of newcomers into virtual reality, but you don't want any of the hassle that is usually associated with running virtual reality in those situations. And as I mentioned, we also want to make the admin life easier. So we have built a full XR platform that powers Eden Snacker and Eden Station and combines everything into one full package. You can manage your devices remotely from anywhere in the world. So imagine you have a setup in Amsterdam, for example, or in Paris. You could log into your web browser here in Laval and manage those devices remotely. Same if they are in the US or Japan or wherever you want. It's powered by Microsoft Azure, so we have a really robust cloud in the background that really makes sure that these things that I'm promising here actually work. And one of the most important things that Eden XR platform can do is it gives you access to the data so that you can see how people are actually using your devices. Right now, if you go out there in the hall, you can count the number of people that have used your device. That's one metric. We're adding a lot of other metrics. We're adding ratings, so you will know which content pieces do my visitors like best. And you can make more content in that direction. If you are, for example, in a corporate and you want to go to your manager and say, hey, I want to do a VR event, manager's going to say, how much is it going to cost? And you say, $10,000, $20,000. And then 2 weeks after that event, your manager's going to come back and ask, well, what did we get out of it? And you can say, we had like 50 people during the show. With Eden XR platform, you can demonstrate that return of invest much, much better. You can say, for these 10,000 people, we had 120 visitors, 60 of them watched the experience completely. The rating was 99% positive, and that is something that your manager is going to like and is going to approve the next time you want to do some virtual reality at an event. And by making virtual reality easy, we're suddenly opening this up to places where it was just too costly or too complicated to deploy before. Think of retail spaces like car showrooms. Think of places like museums where you can choose between different experiences. You can even upsell your visitors on those virtual reality experiences. It's a way for you to drive more visitors to your show and monetize those visitors a little bit more than you could usually do. Another perfect example is events. If you want to demonstrate a product in a modern, immersive way, you're choosing virtual reality. If you want to demonstrate it in the most easy way, you're choosing Eden Snacker. And then another application that we see we're very hopeful for is healthcare. We're already deploying Eden Snackers in hospitals, and we're helping children who are unfortunately not able to leave the hospital beds due to COVID and due to severe illnesses. We're bringing virtual dreams to those kids together with the Reach for a Dream Foundation. And these headsets are going to be rolled out across South Africa, and we're working with different other organizations to bring the simplest VR and still immersive VR to people from all over the world. And essentially, you can go on and think about more use cases for this, right? You can think about how suddenly your business can do virtual reality activations where they were just too complicated or too costly, and you needed to book hosts, and somebody needed to explain the technology. This is all gone with Eden Snacker. And I invite you to not only visit our website at madebyeden.com to find out more, but to also check out the device on the show floor. We have 2 devices here. It's a world premiere. This is the first time we're showing this to the public. We've only shown it behind closed doors. And I would love to see many of your faces trying the device and seeing for yourself how much of a revolution it really is. Thank you very much.